Okay, there we go.
Alright, welcome everyone to another Misfit Artist Drawcast. I am Ace,
I'm Mecca with a new microphone.
and today we are having a watch along of an archive stream
Uh,
of the Misfit Mafia characters.
oh boy, be careful on peeking. We are still, obviously, away, so we have a weird little setup, which is why sometimes Ace gets weird laggy things. But please bear with us because we do have a fun, um, pardon me, we have a time-lapse version of our Twitch stream that we did last week. It is basically us drawing. Well, actually, this one is just me. Ace's contribution comes in later. Uh, and
Oh boy.
and our friend that's getting the shout out on the screen there, Melbart Art, she also has a contribution that will be coming later this week. So a lot of cool stuff happened here, but basically this is the first large scale public version of any Misfit Mafia content we've done, which is a big deal for Ace and I because it is a passion.
Oh, it was a passion project
That
that
word.
started
Freshman
around
year.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, freshman year in college.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
Yeehaw.
it is just a fun story with these misfitty kids, which is where the name Misfit Artist came from. It was originally because we have Misfit Mafia, and we just thought that'd be a really quirky, fun company thing. Is if everything was misfit. So
Because, let's be honest, we are.
this is true. So this is again, this is the culmination of so much. These characters that are being drawn here, it's a larger cast of characters, but we've decided on this stick figure esque simplified style because if we're going to be producing this during classes, then we need to be able to work very efficiently on it. We want something that we can do quickly so we can focus more on fun animation, fight scenes, and writing. It has a much larger cast, but these are our three kind of proof of concept characters. In the middle, we have Ace, who's going to be our leader, Brick, who is our main muscle, and Nikki, our getaway driver. And one of the things
I
about
remember. I remember we called Brick the muscle douche during
yes,
the first.
for the longest time, all of Brick's files were simply called Muscle Douche because it was none of us. I remember it was like I said, week 2 of freshman year at college. None of us really know each other yet, and I just bust out and I say, "Who likes naming things?" No one raised their hands because we all came to art school to draw. No one came in with a predetermined naming expertise, and my heart broke. So, yeah, it's these characters have existed for a while in our headspaces, but this is a very big style change from what we've gone through up till now. So,
Yes.
I just did a little mural type poster which will be available on Patreon or our Redbubble. This is a little because again we were drawing with our friend Melody, and she's working on backgrounds for us, and she asked if I knew any good ways to do railing with bars and perspective, and the best thing I could come up with was trying to divide your scene into thirds. Know how many are going to be in the foreground, add a few more in the midground, and then just go nuts in the background was my plan because I'm not a perspective expert either, but we decided that was a good cheat way to do it.
Yep.
So, but yeah, so this is something that
Whatever.
we're working on this over the summer, and we will be and into the school year. We're finally buckling down and doing this alongside Ace and I are still doing Stagthorn Tales, and we are actually making great headway on episode 2 right now. But this summer we're working with Melody to really make Misfit Mafia into something cool and fun. I've babbled for a little while because I wanted to, show off my new microphone. But Ace, why don't you go ahead on your old Blue Yeti snowball?
Shut up.
I bought it. I can make fun of it. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and just talk about how the stream and what you did and all the good stuff, or I don't know.
Oh no, we're saving Ollie for last.
Well, you don't have to necessarily talk about Ollie, but just what's it been like working on Misfit Mafia? What are you hoping to get out of it? Why do you think it's fun? It's something we do, or just anything in general. I mean, we don't really have much of a plan for this episode. It's just us, going into it. So just what do you feel like talking about right now, until we await your monstrous bird?
Okay. When we were writing, the story beats for Misfit Mafia.
Yeah. Which no one here will know.
So...
No one here can know our story beats yet.
I guess we found it in a way to have it be like generalized enough before, like, no, not generalized enough so that anyone else can relate to these characters.
Yes.
That
was one of the reasons that we wanted such a big hearty cast, I think. Because everyone that we know in our friend group, we all love characters, both character art and character arcs. We all share a very similar passion there. So we made a very... It's not a large cast. I mean, we're not pushing 10 characters in the main cast or anything, but it's a fairly sizable cast for, again, something that we've just been writing in our off time and coming... Because the production history of Misfit Mafia is funny because we came up with the characters first before we even really had a story. We knew the general idea and feel of what we wanted the story to be, but we were very serious about it was just these characters going through their lives, and we had to construct the characters and their normal lives before we made a story for them, which I think will make the end result, when it's finally done, into something much better.
Yeah.
But yeah, and again, I'm just going on kind of an advertising rant, but we have stuff on Redbubble. We have a Patreon now that's live where we'll have behind the scenes and exclusive art and early art on there, as well as a Discord. We're gonna work on a level $1 tier that's just a one-time thank you for giving us that $1. But we know it's crazy. Not everyone can donate. You're not a bad person if you don't donate. But this is something we want to do, and we want to do it well. But we do need a way to support ourselves. So that's why I'm constantly asking, go to Redbubble and see if there's anything like there. Following us on Twitch or on YouTube, or going on Patreon and donating there, because we want to make this and we want to make it good. And that takes time. And I like food. And I'm also buying most of the equipment we use, so my pockets get hit. So yeah, just if you like this, just also just commenting that at the end of this that this art looks cool, that will mean the world to us, because again, these are characters that are close to our hearts, and they kind of show how far we've come in our time at CCAD. And it's the culmination of so many people that aren't even still on the project.
Oh my lord!
Yeah,
the early art.
Some of it was cool. There was definitely some cool stuff, and again, the ideas are still there. We're just able to do them better now. Misfit Artist is going to be redrawing your old art, except making your old art into an online TV show. And that's kind of awesome.
That would be something cool.
Well, I mean, again, that's not. It would be. That's what it is. That's exactly what this is. There's no would be cool bad. It is cool.
Well, I didn't say would be. I said that will be.
Oh, I thought you said would be. See, if you had a better microphone, you would have come out better.
Wow. Okay. Shut up.
So yeah, I'm trying to think about things to say about like the art itself isn't really like there's nothing special going on. It's just me going through lining it. It's a very normal workflow. It's just because again this is kind of a concept poster type of design. What I'd like to do is for this piece to live on in a I think what we'll do is we'll post the full piece on page on on Redbubble, so you can buy the whole thing as a poster or a laptop cover or what have you, and we will put we'll also put it on Patreon because, like I said, the top Patreon tier is just the full digital print archive of everything. So you'll have things from the very first Drawcast, things from before we even officially started doing Drawcasts.
Yes.
As well as snapshots from shows that we do. So like Stagthorn Tales episode 1, we're going to start posting snapshots from that, like print-worthy snapshots, the high-res, like some of the comic stills, the high-res images will go onto Patreon as a part of that tier. But also exclusive art that, we didn't plan to put anywhere else. So what I'm thinking we'll do is we'll put, basically, because this is in Photoshop, it's all in layers, we'll export out like Ace, Brick, and Nikki so you can download them specifically as like little stickers. And you can print those and do whatever you want with them. I think that's what we'll do to... That way we...
Except for, posting them on your social media claiming that they're yours.
Well, no,
don't do that. Don't be that person.
Like the whole shtick is that you have rights to it. You can do whatever you want. We won't get on you for using it as a profile picture. Preferably, if when you post it, you say, "Hey, this is from a really cool local Ohio artist that's doing some cool stuff." We would appreciate that, but you are not required even to post that you got it from us, as long as you do not claim it that you drew it. But so basically, just don't lie, and you can do whatever you want with it. Because like, ideally, I would love to be able to do art for free. If I could just sit out in a park and just draw pictures that kids like all day, I think that'd be a great life. But again, food costs money.
Everything costs money.
Yeah, so the full piece will be on Redbubble. We will put we'll have the full piece on Patreon as well, along with specific cutouts of each character. Yes, and also like I said, this.
So far it's the 3 characters. We haven't.
Here we go. This character will also be
Yes.
He's already individualized on Redbubble. So, Ace, if you don't mind, I will do a quick introduction of Ollie. Because I think I should take credit for the birth of Ollie. But as far as like what you did, you'll take the reins here. So Ollie is an abomination that originated because my family took a trip to Frankenmuth, Michigan, which is a very German village town in Michigan. And there was like this old time toy store. It was like old fashioned toys, like puzzles, model airplanes, and like these like old village toys. And in the corner there was this dumb little ostrich puppet. And I saw it and I thought, it would be cool if I could do puppetry. So we got him, and this is when I was like 15 or something. My mom was like, "You want a puppet?" And I was like, "Yes, I want a puppet." We got it, brought it home. You would have thought that this would be something that, a teenager would have just eventually trashed or thrown away. I held on to that darn thing all the way until now. He is still, he's packed away right now, but he still exists. And I brought him with me to college my freshman year. And there is, in fact, a picture on the official CCAD social medias from, 2018 or 2017 of me, slightly more overweight, holding this dumb bird puppet. And it was such a riot for some reason. Like, I don't know what about that ostrich caught people's minds and hearts. And when we were developing Misfit Mafia, we were like, we feel like it's missing a cute animal sidekick. And we were in my dorm room or something. I looked over and I was like, it's not cute.
No, we were at the basement of the dorm.
Then how did I even think about it? I don't know how I thought about this, but I just kind of looked up and I was like, it's not cute, but what if we used Ollie? And people looked over, and there was like one person, like Shannon or someone, who was like, what's Ollie? And everyone was like, you don't know Ollie? And we showed it to him. And the basic story of Ollie is that he broke out of a prison in Michigan, ran the state line to get to Ohio, and is now just on a crime spree of terror across the United States. That is the official Ollie fan
Ollie
fiction
lore.
I have. Yeah. Don't know if that's canon.
Not fan fiction, more like head canon.
Oh, that's right. Because this is mine. It doesn't have to be a fan fiction. It's just fiction. But
yeah.
I don't know if that's quite the canon for Misfit Mafia specifically, but that's Ollie's life. So that's what I did. That's the baby I started. Ace, do you want to? Because you kind of taken Ollie under you and Melody have taken Ollie into a warm place in your heart. What do you got with Ollie?
Oh, so doing the first like concept art of Ollie, we just made him into a really derpy bird.
Mm-hmm.
At least I did.
Yes.
And then I keep showing
you take
you
derp
like progress.
Yeah.
And then you basically told me make him like Rick but more crustier.
Yes. Like Rick but crusty is definitely a thing. 'Cause he's a pessimistic bird. Ollie does not have a positive outlook on life in general.
Anyway, so during the stream, I came up with the final design with like his just really flimsy neck and just him screaming into the abyss.
Because the real puppet does have a flimsy neck.
Yes.
He definitely... It's very easy to get him just to go really heavy metal headbanging.
Like, part of his butt is just, like, no feathers. It's just a bare bird bottom.
Yes. Presumably from the prison escape, I think.
Most likely.
Yeah. I like to think that there's many more scars under his feathers that we just don't see. Both mental and physical. Go on, yeah.
And I was so quick with that bird, just drawing it and coloring it. I spent the rest of the stream making so many mimetic mutations of this bird.
Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, you did. You finished it fast. And Ollie is a very simplistic design. Which, again, I think will really lend to us being able to work efficiently when having to animate him. But it's good. It's simple in a way that works. Like, we don't have to do a lot of work for Ollie. And for a while, his design was such that something was missing, but I didn't know what from Ollie. Like, we kept kind of drawing iterations of the same thing. I don't even know, can't really tell you what exactly is different about this Ollie that makes me love him more than the original Ollies that we've drawn.
I think it's just the general insanity.
Yeah, I mean, and it is. Like, the energy in his squawk, the bareness of his bottom. I like the little neck scruff, too. I think that collar, that faux collar he has is really nice. But he's just
a really pasty green faux collar.
It is. It's a disgusting color, and it's so good. It's just such a like this is where it was always meant to go kind of feeling. So we've just, like I said, something about, because we've been drawing this for like 2 or 3 years now, and it finally feels like what we always wanted it to feel like, I think. You know, it feels like we're finally getting where I always wanted this to go. Because everything from the character designs to the writing, everything was just always so almost. Like, it was all good art. We weren't making necessarily bad art before. I mean, it was freshman art, but it's just something about where we are now really kind of fills me with hope about it all. So I hope that, if nothing else, people can watch this and they also like where it looks like it's going, because if you like it and you just watch it and you commit to watching it with us, then that will make it all worth it, I think. But yeah, it's been quite a road to get to this point. So, and this is where, by the way, warning, this is about to get really crazy, because as you saw, I had set character designs already. Like, I already drew out the static ones. This is drawing them all kind of together. So this gets
in more dynamic fashion.
Yeah. So this gets to me very quickly, just going back and forth between Ace, Brick, and Nikki, just going up, color picking, coming down, putting the color down, going up, color picking, coming back down. So, and this is at like 200 something % speed too, so it gets a little crazy.
It's wild, so put on your seatbelts because you're going on a trip.
It is, and it's quite a trip to go on. I also really like the placement we end up putting Ollie in. And this is a little, I accidentally did some brick lines on Ace's layer, but I really like where I ended up putting Ollie. It's
just in between, but you can still see him screaming.
You see his face coming out from it's a very undignified position for Ollie. He's just in the background, existing angrily, again, like we always wanted him to. Like, it all feels right in the worst possible way. Also, you may have noticed that this is something I didn't notice during the stream. The lower third still says "Let's play Payday 2."
I was gonna say that, but I'm just like, no, let him find out.
No, again, Ace, I edited this. I found out, which is when I then made the art stream lower third. It's the exact same thing, but just that title's changed. So I apologize. Bear with me. Next stream you watch, it will have the proper. It will just say like Misfit Artist Art Stream, and then scroll through Redbubble, YouTube, and our Patreon. And again, sadly, there isn't much from Melody that you can see in the video, and we don't have her here for commentating. But she's, like I said, she's working on background. She's working very hard. That's her Instagram on the top right screen. Top right of the screen. If you would like to go and give her a follow, give her a shout out, I'm sure she would appreciate it. She's a very hardworking, passionate artist and a very dear friend of ours. And she always deserves all the appreciation and love we can give her. And she also puts up with a lot of my BS, so I appreciate that she stuck around.
And she gave us Bonnie.
She did, and she like I said, she contributed to Ollie a lot too, because I've had an Ollie voice that I was doing, but the way Melody, because Bommy and Ollie have basically the same voice.
The same voice.
And I think there's another really good headcanon about them being like genetically altered siblings or something.
Oh no! What if Ollie's the ex-husband of Bommy?
Yes, he was like a twin that had to get cut off. But so the voice for Ollie has always been kind of, hey!
Bless you.
But Ollie just sounds like a bad sneeze. But he's like, I gotta get to Florida. It's almost like that Kermit the Frog in your throat impression. But and again, Bommy has a very similar voice to that, and I think that's very, very good. So Melody just gives a lot of characters that we play with so much life, and it's ironic that I feel that way, and I say that because Melody, more times than not, has me do voices for her for animation projects. Like, my voice exists so much on random corners of YouTube, mainly for Melody, and it's very, very strange. I think I do mainly voices for her, Bishop, and Rigo, two other animation majors at CCAD. But those are the ones that they always come to me and like, hey, I need your voice for something. And I've done so much weird stuff for them. I've done everything from I think most recently for Melody was and Ace, this is gonna be new to you. I think I don't think you've seen this. I had to do an alien radio host.
That sounds like fun.
It was. It was a really weird thing. The time lapse has ended thus far, so I will have in post production. I will be fading in the final version of it, which has a fun brick background, spray painting effects. It's just a lot of cool stuff. I hope you all really enjoy Misfit Mafia. For a while, you're gonna be getting more drawcasts of it. There'll be a lot of like behind the scenes stuff coming up before it can get done, because of course animation takes a while. But it is in pre-production officially. We are making the character designs. We're doing the writing. I think this weekend we're gonna start storyboarding actually. And again, on Patreon, you'll be able to see those storyboards and stuff first. So if you want to see this and you do not want to wait months to see a finished product, then go sign up on our Patreon. Links will be in the description. If you just want to see it come out as it does, you want to wait till it's all done, you can still go support us on Patreon, of course. Buy merch on Redbubble just to support us, keep the wheels greased. Or just subscribe to YouTube, ring the bell, and when it's done, you will see it. And follow us on Twitch too. We're really having fun working with you guys and letting you guys see as much of the process as we can let you.
As well as just taking a break from our art stuff and just having general shenanigans fun games.
Yes, we are. We also do Let's Plays. We have found is very, very fun. Payday 2 has been... I hope everyone enjoys Payday 2, because I think JJ, Noah, Kat, and eventually you, once you get better internet, we're all having a lot of fun playing Payday 2, even though we are not that good at it sometimes.
I'm having fun editing it right now, so...
Yes, I'm really happy I was able to hand that, because I played it, editing it, I get really bored of it really fast, but I want to do more of those fun edits, and I really like what you're doing, so I'm happy I can just throw that to you. So, yeah. Do you have anything else you want to sign off with, Ace, before we skadoodly daddle?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay. Well, I hope all y'all had fun. Stay safe out there, and like I said, just subscribe, and please comment. Tell us that you're liking this. Let us know if we're doing good. If there's something else you want to see, go ahead and comment a request or an advice or a critique. We'd love to just hear from you guys more. But until next time, we'll see you later.
Y'all take care, everyone. Bye.